Hey, welcome to the Red Sea. My name is Jesse. Before you jump into that video, make sure you visit KoolAidMan100x.com to get custom ebooks and other things that's available on the website. Link will be in the description below. Also visit the NFLShop to get yourself some Kansas City's Chiefs gear and your own personal team gear as well. And also, all the other sponsors will be in the description below. Now back to Kool-Aid.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy KoolAidMan100x. How you guys doing? Welcome to the Red Sea. What's going on? Before we jump into the video, make sure you get an ebook. Make sure you get the Red Sea ebook and other ebooks that's available as well. Oh, what's the name told you to, but yeah. Get an ebook. Link in the description. Go to KoolAidMan100x.com. Yeah. So we're going to be jumping into the Falcons offensive playbook. We're going to be looking at a formation called Gun Bunch Spread. We're going to be looking at a play called Corner Divide. Corner Divide is pretty decent. I like to pick plays and I like to try. I got a new concept I'm trying to do where a lot of people that run plays need to do a bunch of adjustments. So I'm going to do it backwards for these, spread of videos. Is that I'm going to try to make a play work with no adjustments. I'm gonna try to do that. I don't know. It might work, might not. Because I feel as though if we have that advantage of things we want to come out in, this gives us an opportunity to, look at the play a little bit more differently. So we come out in that divide play. So now, as we look at this play, just like I said in my last video, we have to identify our hot players. Were actually identifying pressure. So in this instance, I actually want to flip my practicing a little bit more differently to identify the throw. And I feel as though this is a little bit way more advanced, and I'm going to actually have this in my membership. If you want to become a membership, I'm going to put on my spread offense because I want to actually do this concept a little bit more differently, because I feel as though if you don't have to do adjustments and call the play, that don't give the chance for the defense to actually set up because you actually know how the play is actually ran. So if we run in the play with no adjustments, who would be our hot receivers? Now, to identify these players, this is where the labbing comes into play a little bit more intuitive. So we're going to be looking at triangle and circle as our hot route players. The reason why I say that, we always want to look for the distance between 1 to 5 yards. So 1 to 5 is going to be your main two hot players, and every play has a 1 to 5 route in it, which I noticed that with a lot of plays too as well. So I might actually do a video on that in the future, understanding how to identify plays a little bit more, because I started thinking about this. So I'm gonna have a video later on explaining that. So I always look for a 1 to 5 play, which is our 1, which is our 0 to 5. A little bit more of a mathematic thing. So triangle is our 1 and circle is going to be our 5. So now we got 1 to 5 yards, so now we focus on our two players that actually identify. The most large we can use is pretty much 1 yard. So we identify without adjustments. Okay, what is he doing? So now we have our 1. So we have our 1. So I identify this as gaining yards. So now we have our first player. So our second, our 5 is going to be circle. So now we have our two hot routes. And so now we have the defense keying in on triangle and circle. Now we feel as though these throws are safe. We understand them. Our 1 is triangle. Our 5 is circle. I might do a break. Because I feel as though people don't explain the actual creative idea of when you use a play, you don't have to do anything. You can just run the play. And when I identify this a little bit more intuitive, I'm like, okay, what if I just look at the routes that's ran between 1 to 5 instead of thinking, oh, I got a 30-yard play, 40-yard play. Okay, you can do that. But if you want to actually pinpoint your throws, because when I start doing film study of Brady, Breeze, and stuff like that, I always see they have a check down from 1 to 5. Now, I'm going to identify this later, my 1 to 5 theory. So I might have a video on that later. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. So it's coming. So my theory on the 1 to 5 theory is that we always have to have a route underneath and behind. The reason why I say underneath and behind is that we have circle and triangle, which is circle is our underneath and our triangle is behind, which is behind the scrimmage, and we got circle is above the scrimmage. So we got our 2 plays here. So this is where it gets interesting. So now we actually can see, okay, no pressure. We have the inside throw here, which actually opens up a couple yards for Yaki. So if we look at the instant replay here, now we have a nice blocking. So now he picks up the block, which makes this play even more better because he picks up the block. See? So now our 1 is gone. So where's our 5? He cuts back to a zig route. Now he comes in. His footing is off place. So now we have the window here. Actually opens up the play a little bit more better. So this gives an idea how we can open up the play a little bit more better. And as you see here, we have open field. We stick to the path and we get extra yards down the field. Now this opens up circle. So now when we run the play here, no adjustments. Now we look for our circle. He took it away. So now this opens up the route down the field. So now you seeing the pattern actually builds up. This is our second play after a first down. See, this is our first play with behind 10. So they took away our 1 the last play. Now he's not picking up any blockers. So now he's in. So now he took away our circle. He's actually in front of him now. Now what happens next? He opens up this route. See? So now we piggybacking off the X route. So now our 1 is there. We got our 1, 2, which is circle. So that opens up X. We hit him on that route. So they're keying in on that route. Oh, wait a bit. So now they're keying in on it. So now this actually opens up, R1 right down the field. I waited too late to throw. I'm sorry about that. Well, I'm going to show you in the instant replay. I was looking to see. Now this opens up the field. So it took a little minute. But I just waited too late to throw because I was just focusing on them routes to explain to you. So now we seeing, I could have threw in here. So as you see here, what's open up next? R1. R1. So now this gives you an idea. Now they're keying in on our hot route, which is R1. So now we actually have him. So now we can throw, that streak. Now this is where it gets tricky. So now we have to identify how the throw is a little bit more conducive. So now you mess with a play where they can guard the streaks very well. So now you're thinking in your head, oh, I have to adjust for that because that's one-on-one man coverage. Actually, you really don't. You really don't. Because the reason why I say a lot of people will adjust on this play because I feel as though you're wasting time. Now, you can take it however you want. It's totally up to you. But in instance, people will adjust to this route, put them in an out route, speed route. Cool. Why not just go back to your 1 and your 2? Wouldn't it make more sense? So now we feel as though the streak, oh, that's our third route. Now we can hit a Kool-Aid. No. We go right back to our 1. Look at our 1. Wide open. So now you're playing on the theory of understanding the play. The game is built towards that side of the field. He's going to play more advanced to that left side of the field. If not, he's a better corner. So we go back to our drawing board, 1 and 5. So I'm gonna come out with a video for that in the future. My 1 to 5 theory. It's a little bit more in depth, but I might have it in the membership. I might do a prequel, then do a full on blaze about it. So so that's what I said, just go back to your theory. So now our 1 to 5, he's going to be there every time. You know what I'm saying? So now they're keying back. Now the defense have to adjust back to that. So now he actually opens up. No one to block. This goes back to our 2, our 1. So now we're going right back to where we was. Now they're keying back in on it. So we bring it back. So now it opens up that play. So this is where it gets interesting. So a lot of people think in this game, like in this game, they play well. So when you playing the out routes, you can adjust to that. But this is where it gets interesting to me in Madden, which I will never understand. Now, he's here. How in the world do he get across the field? This is to cover this much ground. You see, this is where Madden get a little bit archaic. So what I'm saying, this is where it gets, because there's no way, because from here, this route is open. It's pretty much open, but Madden, it's like it's delays. See, like the ball should have been. Why is there so much air under the ball? I never understand that, and they consider this automatic pick, and it's crazy to me. But just like I was thinking when I understand the game a little bit more better, and I start really looking at plays, I'm like, okay, why can't I just throw to my check down? There's no one guarding. This play has been open literally the whole time. The only way you can really user it is cool. Okay, you user it, no problem. Now I can either wait for him. Now this is where it gets interesting. A lot of people that don't do. You have a mobile quarterback. Just like I said, the 1 to 5 theory. Your quarterback is going to be your 0. Your 1 is going to be triangle. Circle is going to be your 5. So now we understanding, okay, he's going to be sending pressure, all that stuff. So now we're understanding, like, okay, cool. So now our 1 is open. Now we can, hit him down the field, open up the field, circle. So just to be a theory, triangle and circle is going to be your key routes, and it opens up different routes down the field. So it just mainly opens up different routes. So now it gets, a little bit more territorial now when you're throwing deep. See what I'm saying? So just like I said, pay attention to your hot route. Just pay attention to them. They literally always going to be your checkdowns, basically, in this play. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this play. Very easy to do. No adjustments. You see how I ran it. No adjustments. So hope you enjoy this play. Take it, use it, whatever you want. I'm sending the Falcons offensive playbook, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video.